Hello everyone, this hour on Verbling. Next in my Getting Results in Business series, we're approaching the middle of our unit on how to motivate. So far, we've been talking about motivating people. In other words, we've been talking about the language of motivation. We've looked at 2 sets of vocabulary words. Today we're going to try to put that into a practical exercise where you get to use them and test them out on your own, and we'll go over the homework that I gave you. If you haven't done it, we'll do it in class because it's really short. First, a little bit about me. I'm Jon-Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out in Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. By the way, here are 3 quick rules to help you participate in my class. Don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up, which means turn off your microphone when you're not speaking so we can keep the classroom quiet. Tune in to the new words you're learning when you are speaking so I can give you feedback and corrections. And last but not least, open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is a safe and respectful place to practice your English. On screen right now, you can see our unit, How to Motivate. And what we're going to do in just a minute is I'm going to give you, I'm going to put the homework on screen as well. I just need to open it. So if you give me just a second, I'm going to give you that link, and we're going to go over that. So I got to open this on my computer first. Now, the homework I gave you was 2 sets of vocabulary exercises. They're pretty easy, but by doing them, you should be able to keep the vocabulary fresh in your memory so that we can use it in a class like where we're going to be speaking. So that's why they're easy. It's really there more for memory purposes than anything else. Give me a second here. Let me just go find the homework because I don't think I downloaded it. Let me just go through the file quickly. 1 second. I just lost it. Hang on just a second, everyone, while I get the homework open. 1 moment, almost there. Okay, while I'm opening the homework, let me just remind you of a few things. I'm going to open this in the background, but first of all, just to remind you, this unit we've been talking about motivation at work. Hold on just a second here. I'm trying to do 2 things at once, which is find your homework and tell you about what we've been doing so far. But I got to do 1 thing at a time. Let me get the homework open first and download it, and then we'll start. 1 second. Let's see. Give me just a second here. Okay, materials. I just have to go through my files. Materials, getting results in business. We're on level B2 in the European system. That is upper intermediate. And we're on homework 1. Okay, I found it. So I'm going to first I'm going to download it as a PDF so I can share my screen. When it opens, almost, give me just a second here while this is downloading. Okay, and then I'll put it on the screen and we can do it together if you haven't done it already. If you have, then we'll just go over the answers and make sure it's all clear. Okay, so give me just a second here for this to open. Okay, it's open. Let's see if I can download it. Download as PDF. All right. Okay, is it open? It's open. Okay. Now let's see if I can get it on the screen. I think I can. And there we go. Okay. Took a while, but I got it now. Okay, so right now on screen, you should be able to see homework number 1. And what we're going to do is just quickly go through the exercises. So, when I send you these homeworks, as I always say, do the exercises on your own. Check your answers on the last slide, and any questions you have, bring to class. Okay? Maybe because these are short, we can just do these together really quick. We have a list of vocabulary words. If you weren't in class, this will be a good introduction. So Axel, I think you weren't in class the other day, but no problem. This will be an introduction to some of the vocabulary that we've done. So what I'd like to do is let's just go around the room quickly, read the sentence with the answer you think sounds best, and then we'll jump right into our speaking activity. Let's go from right to left. So that's Yuki, and then Jason, Giuseppe, and then Axel. Okay, Yuki, why don't you take the first one for us?
Okay. Our parks include subsidized meals, healthcare, and company car.
So, parks and a company car, right? It's got to be company because you wouldn't say commercial car and you wouldn't say corporate car. So company car means, and why is that a perk? You're absolutely right. Why is that a perk? What's a perk?
It's a benefit.
It's a benefit.
Company giving by company.
Right. A perk can really be anything. It could be material or non-material, but tends to be non-material, or at least not necessarily a bonus. It tends to be something tangible, like a car or a voucher or something extra that goes along with your job. Okay, Jason.
I have a question.
Go for it.
In this class, we learned the word park, but in dictionary, park proper form of this word is park visit. Yeah.
Is what? Say again.
Park visit. No.
Could you write it in the chat window?
Park visit. Park visit is the abbreviation of park visit.
I have never heard that word in my life.
Really?
Never.
On the it's opposite. In my dictionary, there is no word park. Park is just that indicate. Park just indicate the proper form of this word park visit. In this in park visit means the incidental benefit for certain types of employment. So
I wonder.
The park visit, yeah.
I have literally never heard it in my life, and I've been teaching business English for 10 years. I've actually never heard it. So either it's used more in British English than American English, or we're just so used to saying the word perk that we've kind of forgotten where it came from. Because if I look it up, it says the origin is from Latin, meaning acquisition. Yeah. But
in my Colville Advanced Learner Dictionary, it is written that park visit is the same as a park, but it's a formal form.
I've never heard it used. Never, actually.
Yeah. Sorry.
So I would wager that it's maybe more British English as well as being formal, just because I've just never heard anyone say perquisite before. But anyway, if it's a real word, it's a real word. So maybe it's just used in written reports and things like that. It's
British or American English doesn't matter here, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Could be. Anyway, most people will say perk and they'll recognize that word. So, but anyway, I'm glad you brought that up, because then I should look into it too and figure out where it's used. Because maybe it's just that, I teach British English, I teach business English, but I'm not actually a businessman. So it could be that I'm just not in situations where I encounter it enough. It could be. I don't know. But I'll look it up. I'll see what I can find out. So Jason, what do you think about number 2? We've got develop, foster, and enthuse.
Number 2. How does senior management try to develop
blank
company loyalty among the managers?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's develop.
It would be developed maybe in French, but in English.
Yeah.
Well, which one is it not besides develop? Can we enthuse something? Can we enthuse loyalty? Is that possible? Does that sound right?
I don't know what this means. Enthuse.
Enthuse, and not enthuse, but enthuse. Enthuse is the same as enthusiasm. To be enthusiastic, to really want to do something. Right? So, is it possible to enthuse a quality? Like, I'm going to enthuse happiness in you. Does that sound good to you? Or sound strange?
Yeah.
Would you say that in French?
To enthuse we can say we increase happiness.
Yeah, but you couldn't say I'm going to enthuse happiness, right? You couldn't say I'm going to enthuse. So we know it's not that. So that only leaves one possibility, which is foster. So by process of elimination, we can figure out that it's to foster loyalty. To foster loyalty is the same, more or less, as promote. To promote loyalty, to foster loyalty. Clear?
Yes.
And that's a word that we read in the last week as well, last Tuesday in the text. So it was there, to foster loyalty, to promote loyalty. Okay?
It's not like make stronger loyalty. It's different.
Well, I guess make stronger. I wouldn't think about it like that. I mean, I'm just thinking about the way we use it. Foster really means to, yeah, I guess it makes sense to say to make it stronger too. But I would say promote only because you can, foster can be sponsor, can be promote, it can be like, for example, to host as well. You know, because you think of foster parents are parents that are not hosting their biological child, they're watching over someone else's child. So it kind of has the idea that you're taking some responsibility and, you know, something like that. So the closest meaning for me is to promote something. I don't know. Okay. But again, I'm not giving you the dictionary definition. What I'm trying to do is to tell you how native speakers use the word, right? So same thing with perks. It's very possible that we use I forgot even what the word was. Percocet? What was it? It sounds like a medication. Percocet, yeah. It's very possible that the word is used in really formal circumstances. But from my experience, native speakers will just say perks and nothing else. So it's the same kind of thing. Foster for us will probably be used to mean promote. All right, Giuseppe, what do you think about development, education, or extension?
Does your company offer any kind of a professional staff development?
Yeah, I guess it's the best word because we wouldn't say professional staff education.
And extension doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make sense. So it's got to be staff professional, non-professional development. Yeah, makes sense. Some kind of training like how to paint or something like that. Okay, sounds good. Axel, give number 4 a try. Contribution, contributing, or contributory?
We are lucky to have a non-contributory pension plan.
That is correct. How did you know that?
I say one randomly.
It was correct. Non-contributory pension plan. That means that you do not pay for it. Your boss pays for it. This is your retirement plan, right? Your private retirement plan. Okay, we're back to Yuki for number 5.
Okay, number 5. I work for an airline, so my family gets a really good discount on flights.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's discount. It's not a bargain because if it was a bargain, you wouldn't be working for the airline. You get a bargain when you're hunting for better prices. So a staff discount makes sense here. So I agree, it's discount. Decrease doesn't make any sense. Okay, Jason, let's try 6.
Our company offers free medical bank, so we don't need to worry if we become ill. I think it's insurance.
It's gotta be, right? Insurance. Assurance is when I make you feel better. Reassurance is when I console you if you're sad. Insurance is when you pay a company money just in case some accident happens. Insurance. So it's got to be insurance, right? Okay, Giuseppe, 7.
Non-cash rewards can often be more effective for staff motivation than extra money.
Non-cash rewards. Okay, again, I think that's pretty obvious. And last one, Axel.
Winning the prize gave me a great sense of realization.
A great sense of realization. Realization would be to have a new idea, a sudden new idea. So does that fit here?
No.
Like I realized, I don't know. I realized I knew more than everyone else. I was so happy. I realized the answer to the theory of relativity. I don't know, it's like coming up with a new idea, something like that. So it doesn't fit. So try again.
Achievement.
Achievement is correct. So why would that be correct? You're absolutely right. But why is it achievement and not realization?
Because achievement is a goal.
It's a goal, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Winning a prize was maybe a goal that you weren't expecting, so you achieved it. You reached a goal. Maybe you don't have a sense of achievement if you're winning. Oh, here, by the way, prize doesn't mean the lottery. Prize means like you got a bonus at work. It's probably work-related. The sentence could be a little bit clearer, actually. All right. In the second exercise I gave you, you have a set of words where you can see them, and you just have to kind of match them to a statement. So which word best describes a statement? For example, you've done well this year overall. There are a few things that need improvement, but you've also had some successes. So that is an example of feedback. Yuki, read the statement number 2.
Number
and
2.
Tell us what it matches.
My boss said he would really miss me if I left. It's nice to know he feels that way. I think it's appreciation.
Okay, yeah. It's appreciation.
Yes.
I think so. So if you're leaving and the boss misses you, it means that you must have done a good job. You felt appreciated. Yeah, I think it's probably the best word here.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. I'd give you a high five, but we're 5,000 miles apart. Jason, number 2.
If I'm one of the top 10 salespeople,
wait, that's not number 2. That's number 3. Try number 2.
Sorry. Yes, my boss said he would really miss me if I left. It's nice to know.
Oh wait.
Yes,
That's one Yuki did. Sorry, I was confused. No, the example was number 1. That's why I got confused. You were right, Jason. Number 3. Sorry.
If I'm one of the top 10 salespeople, I will get a 10-day holiday in Florida. I think it's bonus. No. It's commission.
Well, commission would be money.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Yeah, this is a little bit strange because
But bonus, it might be money also when we get.
yeah. It's a little bit strange, actually. It's a bit strange because I wouldn't say that's a bonus. A 10-day holiday is a bonus. I don't know. I wouldn't say that's a bonus either. You know what? There could be a mistake here. Oh, I know what it is, Jason. I'm confused. No. It's not a bonus and it's not a commission. You're right, because those are both money-based. But there's still another choice. Keep looking at the words in the box. There's still another choice. While you're thinking, let's say a quick hello to Shora. Am I saying your name okay? Shora?
Yes,
Hi,
hello.
Shora. Hi, Shora. Where are you from? Hello, Shora. Where are you from? Okay, I don't hear Shora. Well, Shora, what we're doing is reviewing some of the vocabulary we've learned in a previous class, but if you weren't in the previous class, that's okay. This will be a good introduction to the business vocabulary for talking about motivation. Okay? So follow along for now, and then we'll give you a chance to try it out as well. Okay, Shora? And if you have any problems, just write in the chat window. Okay, so Jason, did you find it?
Yes.
What is it?
Incentive.
Yeah, it's got to be incentive. Yeah, I was confused at first as well, but it can't be bonus because bonus is money. So a 10-day trip to Florida could be an incentive to be a top salesperson. I agree. It's probably the best fit. Okay, Giuseppe?
The company has had a successful year. I got an extra 2,000 euros in November on top of my salary. Bonuses. Bonus.
Right. That's got to be a bonus, extra money. Okay, Axel?
There's a great team spirit at work. We're all enthusiastic about what we do, and everybody tries their hardest. Morale?
Yeah, it's morale. Very good. So right when you see team and spirit together, you know it's got to be morale. So morale is the general feeling. You've got positive feelings or negative feelings. So good morale and bad morale, right? So here, it's the sense of morale, good morale. Okay, Ahmed, try to take 6. I'm not able to cross off the words, but see if you can pick it up from the context. You just match a statement someone made to the best word to describe the type of thing they're talking about, the best match.
Okay. Number 6. If I can
Try.
make 6 sales this month, that I'll be.
That'll be.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that will be 3% of 24,000 euros times 6, which will be 4,030. So 320. Okay.
4,320.
And 20. No, I was thinking to read it like two digits, like I don't know, but it doesn't work here.
It doesn't work because you've got the 20.
Yeah.
If it was 2 zeros, you could say 4,300.
Yes, that's why. Okay, this is a commission.
It's a commission, probably, because we're talking about a percentage of sales. So that's a commission. Okay, very good. And we're back to Yuki for 7.
Okay, number 7. I work for charity. The salary isn't very high, but the work is interesting, and I feel I'm using my skills doing something very worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a fulfillment. No?
It's got to be fulfillment, yeah. So this is an example of a non-material. We talked about material and non-material. How did we put it the other day? It was material and non-material. I forgot the key word we used. Was it benefit we said?
Yeah.
Yeah. hang on just a second. I'll just find that part here too. Yeah, they said benefits. Strange. Okay, yes, okay. I see what they mean. In general, a reason to work at a job. So benefit in a very general sense. Okay, yeah, that's it. So this will be a good example of a non-material benefit. By the way, fulfillment, 1L. So everything is in British English. So just keep in mind that American English sometimes spells words differently. Another example is enrollment. We spell it with 2 L's, they spell it with 1. So just keep that in mind. This is all written in British English. All right, and we're back to Jason for our last one, number 8.
I've been with the company for 25 years. It would be completely wrong to work for a competitor. It's loyalty.
This is loyalty. So keep these words in mind, and what I want you to do is use them as actively as you can in the next part of the class. Appreciation, feedback, loyalty, bonus, fulfillment, morale, commission, incentive, and material things like company car, non-material things like fostering loyalty. So we got these collocations now. Foster loyalty. We could say anything, but native speakers tend to say foster loyalty. Staff development, non-contributory pension plans, staff discounts or employee discounts, medical insurance or private medical insurance, non-cash rewards, and finally a sense of achievement. Okay, so this is some of our key vocabulary. I'm going to get rid of that and put our main unit back on screen. Yesterday, we finished class by starting this short discussion about some of the benefits that in your particular companies. We're going to answer just 1 or 2 questions here, and then we're going to move on to the last part, which is us having a short meeting. We're going to be setting up a company, deciding basically what benefits, rewards, and incentives we're going to offer our employees to keep them loyal to the company. Okay, so but before we do that, as a class, as a group, I'd like to just spend 3 or 4 minutes and have a general discussion and get this vocabulary, kind of give you a little more free practice with it. Get it coming out of your mouth so you feel comfortable with it. And I've put some of the key words on the right side that you can use. So yesterday we talked about which of the material benefits are standard in your country or in your field. Let's take a look at the second question. In general, do these material benefits vary greatly in different professions? And finally, maybe we can just answer both of these at the same time. How important to you are non-material benefits? How do they compare to the material benefits? That question is maybe a little bit easier to answer because there we all have an opinion. All right. So Axel, you weren't here yesterday. Let me ask you the first question first. Which of the material benefits we've talked about, the ones that you can see on the right, are common in your country? Where are you again? You have to remind me.
I'm from Spain.
Ah, you're in Spain. Okay. Where are you in Spain? Where? In the north, south, east?
Near Madrid.
Near
A
Madrid.
little town.
Okay. So, are any of these material benefits common in a company? What do you do in Spain? What's your job?
I'm studying.
Oh, you're still studying.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yes, I remember you told me this before, but it's been a while and I forgot.
Yeah.
So let me ask you the question in a different way, because you didn't have a chance to talk about this yesterday. So let me ask it in a different way. If you're still studying, which of these material benefits would attract you to a particular job? What would you look for in a job in terms of material benefits? What would be an incentive to take one job over another in terms of the material benefits that you might receive? What do you think?
Well, I think bonuses will be fine, and also non-cash reward
Bonuses will be, or bonuses would be an incentive?
would be.
Would be, right. Okay.
Yeah. And also non-cash rewards as trips or things like that would be better, I think.
Okay, very good. And what kind of companies do you think you're going to be applying to when you graduate?
I don't know. I think big enterprises because I'm studying economics.
Oh, I see. Okay. Very good, very good. And I'm just curious, I keep picking on Giuseppe because you're the one with this kind of job. The rest of us are kind of teachers and doing. Oh, Jason, you too. You and Giuseppe are you're in kind of big industries as well. Did the material benefits attract you to your particular field? Because with Ahmed and Yuki, we're all kind of in the same job as teachers, I think. But with the two of
Yeah,
you,
but I worked before in a company, you know.
yes. What did you do? I can't remember now. You were doing with computers, right?
Yeah, but before I worked, what do you call it? Like something to do with what do you call this type of companies that design and design for buildings and these things.
Construction companies?
Yeah, something
The
like that.
ones that are they actually doing the building or are they doing the architecture?
They do the architecture.
Okay, so we'd say an architectural firm, probably. Or you could say a design firm as well, but architecture means that there's real math going on.
Yeah, I will Google for it. Just a second. No problem. Okay. Yeah, you can back again to Giuseppe. Sorry
No,
for
I was just
interrupt.
I'm asking the class actually.
Yeah.
Did the same question I was asking to Axel, did the material benefits attract you to your particular field or job? And if so, what were the benefits? So as a class, just curious. So Jason, you're working in logistics and shipping, right?
Yeah.
So were the material benefits something that attracted you to the field? To that area?
Oh, I would say if I had something would attract me, it would be non-material benefits like a car. The company may lend me a car for make my déplacement, yeah. Yeah, a car it could be a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
So having a company car would be an incentive to take the job. Is that right?
yes,
I see. And what about you, Giuseppe? Were material benefits a consideration when you were looking for a job originally or now?
No, firstly, I look at the job itself,
Mm-hmm.
and normally when when I applied for a job and then I made I make the job interview, I didn't ask about benefits provided by the company.
Which is probably a good idea in the interview. I agree. You probably want to get the job before you start asking about benefits. I mean, it depends. You have to feel you have to have a barometer and see what the mood is like in the interview. But you can sound very pushy if you start asking about benefits before you've been given a job. So probably very wise. And is there anything in particular that would attract you to a job in terms of material benefits? What would you look for? Besides just seeing that you like the job, but putting that aside for a minute, what material benefits would be appealing in your field?
For example, at the end of the month, I will join a new company, and the company will provide a minivan to work when you have to do a business trip.
Okay, so basically
then,
you get a company car.
I will get a company car to travel from Monday to Friday. in Italy and the country border to Italy. Such
So in Italy and abroad.
abroad.
Right. Sounds good. So did you get the job?
Yes, I get the job.
In Dresden?
No, in Bavaria, close to Munich.
In Bavaria?
Bavaria.
You mean somewhere in Germany? Where exactly is that?
I mean, I got a job in a village close to Munich.
Close to?
Munich.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Munich? You don't know Munich?
Oh, you mean,
Oktoberfest?
we don't say it like that. We say Munich in English.
Ah, Munich.
Ah, okay, yeah. We say it in a different way. By the way, if you need help with German, just send me a message. I can help you.
Well, they think about that am I good in English.
No, don't worry about your English. Your English will continue to improve. You just need to practice. But if you need a foundation course in German, send me a message. I can help you out. Because I learned just the foundation, but I learned it pretty quickly. So, but don't worry, it's free. Don't worry. Don't panic.
If you have a,
It's just
if you
just
have
a
ideas,
suggestion.
you can send me. I would like to say if you can provide us some flashcards about Hanky, and
Absolutely.
you
I've got
can send me a message and
flashcards for every unit that we've done. The only thing that I might have to do in some of the units, I haven't transferred them to Anki. In other words, I might have all the material done, but I haven't actually made the. There's a quick process that I do to get it from a text document into Anki. It's quick, and then I try to go back and add pictures if I can, because it helps a lot with your memory if you've got an image. So, in the worst case, I might have to transfer them to Anki. But yes, I have them. And as I said, there's a free version and there's a paid version. The paid version means it's all done, and it only costs €1. It's nothing expensive. Then there's a free version where I might ask for help in doing something. But I'll let you know. But I've got all the vocabulary set up for it, and it works. By the way, I've been using Anki, even in English, for I had this list of things that for years, whenever I read, I always just make notes of words that are, literary words or words that are not in my everyday speech. And I've got to say, even in my own language, it's been helpful. For example, Percocet is going to be a new word in my Anki deck today. Now that Yuki showed it to me. I'll never forget it. But anyway, yes, Giuseppe, I've got material I can share with you, and you can see how you want to use it. If you want me to finalize it, there's a small charge. If you can help me finalize it, it's completely free. I'll send you that, and I've got a tutorial as well. You can see. So I'll show it to you. It
yeah,
works.
I'm just curious to prove ink.
It's the good thing about it. The reason why I suggest it is because you can't really learn a language through it. But what you can do is absolutely 100% certain, guaranteed, not forget anything. You will not forget anything you put into Anki. It's physically impossible, because it reminds you at the moment you're most likely to forget using the mathematical formula it's got, and it's free. The actual program is free, and you've got audio. I have a little tutorial about how to get the audio as well. So you can work on pronunciation and listening skills at the same time. In fact, you could just set up audio flashcards if you want it. You can configure it. So it's really a good program for that. Why that guy put his software out there for free, Damien Elms, the designer, is still a mystery to me. I'm not sure why he did it. You only have to pay if you use it on the iPhone. I think you have to pay for the app, but on Android and everything else, it's free. and it's really good. So absolutely, I'll send you some information, and we'll figure out what to do with it. Okay? So
Okay.
let's talk about non-material benefits quickly, and then we're going to go into our activity. Non-material benefits. As a class, tell me, how important are non-material benefits to you? Think about some of those things on the left, like these are, well, these are all material benefits. So the non-material benefits were, well, let's do it like this. You recall one non-material benefit that's important to you, and I'll see if I can remind you about some others, okay? So what do you think? Axel, is there a non-material benefit that's especially important to you? By non-material, do you know what I mean, Axel?
Oh, sorry. I was downloading Anki, so I was a little bit in another thing. Sorry.
When you download Anki, you have to have one version on your desktop. That's like the master version. But then you can use it on your phone or in a browser or anywhere in the world. The reason you have to download it is because your statistics are going to be stored on your computer. And so that's why you have to download one version on your computer. And then it will synchronize with all the other places you may use it. So it will always be synchronized.
Okay.
That's the reason why you have to download the desktop version. And the desktop version lets you configure it a little bit easier. The online version, the browser, they work, but they don't have quite as many options. But for reviewing, they'll be synchronized to whatever you did at home. So no worries. But let me ask you this question. Is there a particular non-material benefit that attracts you to a job, Anki? Anki. I'm calling you Anki. You're not Anki, you're Axel.
Yeah. I think trips that the enterprise provides you trips on vacation. That's important to me, I think.
So incentives, in other words, would be a non-material benefit. Incentives like trips.
Incentives like trips, yeah.
Okay, very good. And Giuseppe, you were saying that material issues weren't really the first concern. So I would imagine non-material benefits would be more important to you from what you were saying. Am I right?
Yes.
So what's one example besides incentives like trips? What's an example of a non-material benefit you would look for, or you were looking for? Remember, non-material
for example.
Fulfillment. Tell me more.
Satisfaction on what you work on.
I agree. Yuki, that's what you've said in the past as well, isn't it?
Sorry? What?
That's what you have said as well, in terms of, he was saying that fulfillment is a major non-material benefit he's looking for in a job.
I still think so. Deep sense of fulfillment makes your life worthwhile. That's my motto.
You said making a contribution one time, right?
But it is very difficult for everyone, maybe, to look for greater fulfillment and satisfaction in your work.
Why is that?
Because, of course...
Because there aren't a lot of jobs these days? Or what do you mean? We have to take what we can get?
Because there are mediator works in jobs in this world, but it is very difficult to find a job which makes you feel happy, and at the same time it gives you enough money to maintain your life.
There you go.
Yes, it's very difficult.
Yes, the problem with not getting enough
difficult things live with this world. Yes,
it's true. Well, let's before we run out of time, I want to get to our meeting. So let's take a look at the last activity in the vocabulary section of the unit. It says work in small groups. Well, we're probably going to work as a class, as a group, one group. We are partners setting up our own company. We have to decide what type of company it is. Is it a product or service? How many employees we will need? We have to decide what kind of benefits, rewards, and incentives we'll offer, and what effect these may have for both the employee and the company. And finally, how we will make sure that employees receive some of the non-material benefits that we've discussed earlier, like making a contribution, a sense of achievement, a sense of fulfillment, or even so the more abstract things. Okay? So first of all, are we going to be setting up a product-oriented company or a service-oriented company? Class, what do you think?
We'll set up another verb link number 2.
We're going to be branching out verbally. Okay, very good. So this is a service. This is online service. Okay? Are we going to be offering language lessons, or are we going to provide something that VerbLink doesn't provide right now? Are we going to offer a different service?
Guys,
Yeah.
an idea.
Let's get some feedback. Jason, Giuseppe, Axel, Yuki. Shall we provide a different service, perhaps, so that we're not in direct competition?
I don't know. Maybe catering job of pizza or sushi delivery.
I think
I
this
don't
is a
know.
good idea. Do you know what? I think it is good. I think in some companies, the employees are not allowed to go out in a time of break or something. They might
Right.
like fancy certain type of food. They will call
Sounds
this
good.
company or put their order, and this company or our company, sorry, would work like delivery. We will get the food that he wants or the customer wants. We will deliver. We will charge.
Sounds good. So we're going to we're doing takeout, in other words.
Take out, yeah.
In New York, that is a huge thing because for that exact reason. First of all, it's a real pain to get around, and second, it's just a normal thing. The restaurants don't have space in them. They couldn't even survive if they were. A lot of restaurants couldn't survive if they were just filling tables. So they have to do takeout as a strategy. So it sounds good. It sounds good. So are we? Last question: are we going to offer different kinds of food, or are we going to stick with just one kind of food? What do we think?
Pizza.
Pizza. Let's say gourmet pizza.
Pizza and
Let's make it fancy. Pizza and sushi.
Gourmet, yeah, gourmet. Because it makes money, you know. We know that your customers have money to pay.
Sounds good. Doesn't have to be super expensive either. It could just be good quality pizza, like not, something a little better than Domino's. Something that doesn't kill you. Sushi pizza, that could be an original take on things. Why not?
I think it is a good idea to limit to the kind of food because it helps to reduce the cost.
The overhead, we would say. The overhead.
Overhead, yes.
Overhead is the overall cost you need to maintain the business. The overhead.
Yes. It helps to reduce the overhead and you can provide your food with low cost to customers.
Sounds good. Okay, I think we've got a plan. So we're gonna stick to maybe a variety of pizza, probably on the gourmet side, something interesting. Sushi sounds great. I don't know how cost effective that would be because you got to fly in fresh fish every day. So it might work. We could think about it. It's certainly, in big cities, people love sushi. So it certainly would make money because, it's the markup on sushi and pizza for that matter is like, 100% or whatever. It's a lot. So Sounds pretty good. A kind of slightly gourmet or upper-end catering company for takeout for businesses sounds great. Let's have our meeting. We're going to be deciding on we're going to be deciding on the benefits, rewards, and incentives. So we have to think about the kinds of employees we're going to have. I'll open the meeting just to save a bit of time. Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming to today's meeting. As you know, today we're going to be talking about a kind of package and general plan for issuing benefits, rewards, and incentives to our employees. I'd like to start the meeting by just getting a little brainstorming going, getting a sense of what you think we should offer across the board to employees. Keep in mind, we've got different kinds of employees. We've got to have the people that are making the deliveries. We have to have the people, the front office that are going to be there, greeting the customer, and then we've got our staff, ourselves, running the company, the administration. So probably 3 kinds of employees, okay? So let me get some general ideas from the group about the kinds of benefits, incentives, and rewards that we're willing to offer that we think are a good idea, okay? Jason, want to get us started?
Yeah.
I'd like everyone to offer one idea. So Jason, what would you say is a good idea to offer?
And I think when salespeople get a certain amount of sales, they can get a commission from the sale, about 10%.
Sounds good. Who do you think should get the commission? Because we've got delivery people, we got what I'm calling front office, meaning, the point of contact. There are people that can come into a physical. By the way, maybe I'm wrong about this. I was assuming that we've got a physical space where people can come in and make orders, and perhaps we have even some tables there. But maybe that's not the best plan. Maybe we should just be entirely a takeout service with no point of sale.
We also need a kitchen and a chef, no?
Of course, yeah. We need a nice wood-burning stove, big ceramic or big brick stove, so we can have really good handmade pizza. Yeah.
What is it called? Aga? There is a brand called like Aga, I think, or Aga. Agra. I don't remember.
I don't know. There's
I'll
a
try to
place.
find it. I will Google it.
There's a place in New York. When I first was in university, I used to deliver pizzas. They didn't pay us. We just got tips. And this place was selling like $30 pizzas back then, 15 years ago. $30 pizzas. So this was kind of a new thing at the time. Pizzas with goat cheese and pesto and, things like that. And really thin crusted. And they had a giant brick oven. Like, I think it was wood burning. I can't remember what they used. And so the pizza's baked really fast and really evenly. And that was part of the appeal, that it was these handmade things. And they delivered them. $30 a pizza. They made a ton of money. I mean, absolute ton. And the delivery boys, we just earned tips, and we were doing fine with just tips. So you can imagine, it's pretty lucrative. So, Jason, who gets the percentage? Who gets the commission? Everyone?
I think everyone can get the commission because there is no need to get to the company doesn't need to have salespeople to sell the product. So everyone is part of the business. So
Oh, we've got a communist in our midst.
I think it is a good idea to pay commission to the informer who let us know who want to order the pizza. So
When you say informer, you mean like Edward Snowden?
yes.
Oh, okay. So we've got to have secret spies in the NSA that are finding.
We'll create a secret network among citizens, and we need to have information of information who would order the pizza, and
Well, we can do marketing for sure. I don't know about the secret network of spies, but we can definitely do marketing and figure out who our demographic is. For that, I totally agree. But about the spies, I don't think our operation is big enough just yet for spies. Maybe in the future. Giuseppe, what would you say? First of all, do you agree with Jason that everyone should get a commission because we're all participating, even the delivery people? Do you think that's a good plan?
Well, it depends on the income that we have.
Yeah, that's true.
If it is durable, we can do it. Why not?
Okay. So maybe what you're suggesting, Giuseppe, is that we do it in stages. Like if we in the beginning, we've got to get the company off the ground, right? So in the beginning, we can't offer. Sorry, Jason. We can't offer a communal experience. Sorry, Jason.
No problem.
Go back to the Paris Commune, Jason. But Giuseppe, in that case, what can we offer the delivery people? Because we weren't even paid 15 years ago. We just got tips, and that was a little rough because if no one tipped you, you didn't earn any money. I mean, so what can we offer people? If we started in stages, what can we do in the first stage while we're trying to build up our profit margin? What can we offer people that are lower level in the company? Should we go for incentives or should we go for rewards? What should we do?
Well, we should provide non-cash rewards at the beginning.
Okay, sounds good. What do you have in mind?
Well, for example, ticket.
Ticket or voucher?
Voucher. I mean voucher.
Voucher. Oh,
Vouchers.
Sounds good.
Vouchers.
Okay, sounds good. And Axel, so if we've got the delivery people covered with non-cash rewards like vouchers, what do you think we ought to do for, let's say, the back room? Well, we've got a chef, right? We've got people preparing the food. They're not directly involved in sales, but they're the heart of the company. If they don't make good food, then we're out of business. So we really got to keep them happy. Do you agree, Axel?
Yeah, I think we should have a quality control, and then if they pass the quality control, they should have bonuses, I think.
Okay, it sounds good. So how would you do that? You mean like every so many weeks or something? We check quality and see.
No, as the idea was to provide food to companies,
Right.
we make surveys in the company.
Oh, I see. Okay, very good, very good. Well, here's the thing about that. I have a problem with that personally because, I mean, I think that's a great tool, but I have a problem with that only in that surveys, depending on how you ask the questions, can be very misleading. So I think, in my personal opinion, we should make that one of the tools, but we need to have some counterbalance too. Do you see what I'm saying? Because maybe we want to get customer feedback, of course, but we also want to be fair to the people who, maybe you never know what's happening in a company. Maybe people are being told that, hey, you used to get a lunch subsidy. Well, you're not going to get it anymore. You've got to stay in the company and eat pizza. And maybe they resent that, so they're going to fill out the survey very negatively, right? So I would just say we need to balance that. Ahmed, if we wanted to balance the survey with another form of quality control, what do you think we ought to do? And also, how should we reward the kitchen staff, the food prep staff, if they pass all the tests? Do you agree with me that we ought to balance the survey with something else?
Well, actually, I don't understand.
No, because he's saying
Yeah.
he's saying get quality control. let's see what the customers think of the food, because if without that, we're not going to sell anything.
Yeah,
Right.
this is one thing. The other thing is how fast they are. I mean, their stuff in the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a
And
good point.
yeah, the third thing, how clean or I don't know, the way of presentation. Yeah.
So how hygienic it is and the presentation. Okay,
Yeah.
well, presentation we can handle with the survey because it's going to be how it appears to the customer, to the end client at the end.
Yeah.
So we can handle that. But speed, that's a good point.
Mhm.
So how should we handle the quality control in terms of speed? Should we handle that in the survey? Say, okay, how long did it take for you to receive your pizza?
No, this is something in the kitchen. From the
Okay.
kitchen until it goes in the box or the container.
So
So
we're
this is
gonna
how speed their stuff and those stuff
so
in the kitchen.
we're gonna be timing people in the kitchen. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it is worth for us to consider about the introducing the new machine, automatic machine of making sushi. There are good robot machine is now available for us. It's a little expensive, but reduce the time. It speed up. It speed up the process of making sushi in the kitchen.
Interesting suggestion. What do we think? Company, what do we think about that? Automating the food production process. What do we think?
Maybe at the beginning it's a little expensive, I think.
So maybe not in stage one.
Okay, probably CCTV is cheaper.
Sushi is cheaper?
No, CCTV, the system of
Oh, I
the
see.
camera.
CCTV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, CCT. Right. So you mean monitor the kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. Well, here's the last question because we're going to have to stop. I've gone over time a bit. Last question. So, what rewards incentives should we give when we reach our proper profit margin? What should we be giving people as a company or individually? When we reach the top in phase 2, we've reached our equilibrium point where we're getting the profit we need, we've got the overhead, and we can start to reap the benefits of our company. What's our goal, in other words?
After a long day and hard day, we can give them day off.
An incentive could be a day off. Okay.
Yeah.
Another lead.
Say again, Jason?
Yes. After a rush, for example, in a restaurant, fast food company, you can show the turnover for each person who work, and it could be an incentive game to show the performance of each employee after they may be proud of their performance.
Okay, sounds good. So monitoring individual performance and giving basically stats is what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds very good. So we're going to need a little more than a CCTV for that, but it's a good idea. Sounds interesting. Giuseppe, you were going to add?
I agree about that, about what they bespoke before, and I will suggest also as an incentive of flexible schedule hours.
Okay.
Because who works on the kitchen?
Whoever works in the kitchen.
Whoever works in the kitchen has to break up the time, take a rest every 4 or 6 hours.
All right. So it's a good idea. I don't know how realistic flexible working will be because there's peak times when people will be ordering food. But we could stagger the schedule in such a way that you've got people on call or something like that, and as a benefit, you could, you know, be exempt from your on-call whatever. You know, the point is, in these kind of jobs where you've got to do physical work, any chance not to work is a really big thing, because it involves, I mean, I've done a lot of this work. It involves you physically and mentally. So any day off is really, especially when you're not expecting it, is quite a big benefit. So I agree. Well, listen, we've got to stop because we're a bit over time. So in the next part of the class, starting tomorrow, we're going to move on to key expressions for small talk, because we tend to talk about motivation when we're, you know, hanging out and having a coffee, things like that. So we're going to be working on those key expressions for the next 2 classes, and we'll finish up probably in the beginning of next week for our case study, the final thing we'll do. All right, I've got to run. Bye for now, everyone. It was great to have you. I'll be back for 2 hours tomorrow starting at 10 GMT. Bye for now.
Great to have
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.